one of the greatest footballers. Steven Gerrard! Aguero! That's magical! Ronaldo! Jack Grealish! Brilliant goal!
A magic little man produced a sensational goal.
An absolute beauty! Ben Watson has put Wigan in front. The world's greatest cut.
Another day at another place. Staring at the horizon. Hopeful in silent expectation. That's why people visit the sea. To gaze at the edge of the world. To dream of miracles and endless possibilities.
Radford again. Oh, what a goal! Oh, what a goal, Mickey Thomas! It's a day for the underdog.
Football moves in waves, swaying between the highs and lows. The rise and fall, the ebb and flow of life. But time and tide wait for no man.
Would you believe it? Right at the death! Marine are in the third round of the FA Cup.
There are no cast iron certainties.
39, Tottenham Hotspur.
But if it's written in the sand, everyman heroes can stand tall. What will be, will be. Another day at another place. Let's wait and see.
It's the biggest mismatch in FA Cup history. 161 places in the football pyramid separate Marine from the Northern Premier League North West Division and 8-time FA Cup winners Tottenham Hotspur. Marine are only the second team from the 8th tier to reach this stage of the competition after Chasetown in 2008. No fans sadly, but there may be more than a few interested observers peeking over the garden walls that back onto the pitch. It's a long way from the £850 million Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. One thing's for certain, Jose can't park the bus tonight. There wasn't room in the car park. Good evening and a warm welcome to the Marine Travel Arena, or should I make that a rather cold welcome for Ian Wright and Alan Shearer. A little bit of a contrast, Ian, from the Emirates.
Yes, it's a little one, but it's a really good one. I've got to say, this is the kind of stadium, funny enough, when we played Sunday morning, Saturday morning football, we were trying to get to this kind of stadium to play our finals in. So it reminds me of so much. Look at the corner flag, how close it is to the air. This is perfect.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's going to be. I think it'll be a fantastic occasion. What a shame that there's not many. Oh, there's no fans in here.
Well, there's a few behind the
watch
fences.
There's a few in the gardens who are all waiting with anticipation. So it should be a great day.
It's a once in a lifetime attempt to play in this sort of game for a lot of these players. A special night for them.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They wouldn't have been able to sleep for the last few nights with excitement. They've earned the right to be here. When you think, 7 games ago, their first game of this season, the preliminary round of this competition, they were 1-0 down with 3 minutes to go. Now they're on this stage. It's just unbelievable. What a story.
Playing against Tottenham as well. Ian, as you said, you played non-league football yourself, and you eventually actually played at the top. That is quite a contrast to what they're playing against today for them.
Yeah, it is. But what I love about this kind of setting is that it kind of brings me back to where it all happened for me in respect of the dream, wanting to get to the levels. I'd never even have dreamt of getting to play against the Spurs. Even wanted to play against the Marine when we was playing for 10MB, but this is what it's about. This is what it's about for the Tottenham players. This is what it's about for the Marine players, because this is like their day. This is their day in the sun.
Alan, you played against non-league. I played against non-league sides in the FA Cup. I lost to a non-league side in the FA Cup. You had a draw at Stevenage, and then in the replay, you scored a couple of goals. This one...
Yeah, that didn't cross the line.
This one...
Well, actually, do you know what? I ran away that quick with my arm in there. I didn't give them a chance to disallow it.
Apparently, they're still bitter at Stevenage about that. They still think you robbed them of FA Cup glory.
He's really sorry.
Great decision by the assistant.
Killing the magic of the FA Cup in one there. What are you thinking if you're playing for Spurs today, though? It's a tough one. They've got to get the attitude right.
Without a doubt. And the thing with it is that what was really interesting is listening to Mourinho talking about, you know, they're going to come here, they're going to respect it, and they're going to come here to win. And that's the best way to show respect. And I think that they're right, because what you want to show the Marine players is why you're at this level and what makes you maintain the levels that you're at. And that is what they've got to do today, Spurs. Otherwise they'll be in trouble. Absolutely.
Today, Gary, for the Spurs players, it's all about their attitude. They've got to go out, they've got to match Marine's effort, work rate, commitment, all of that. And if they do that, they'll win the game and they'll get through. Because ability-wise, they'll have enough to beat them. But if their attitude isn't right, they could get punished.
I know you both had a word this week with the Marine coach, Neil Young, the manager.
Yeah.
And what did he have to say? Was he excited?
Oh, he was so excited. He couldn't wait for the game. He'd taken a week off work. He'd been working at Merseyrail for 20-odd years, so just to deal with all the media commitments. But he was so excited. I spoke to him on Thursday, and he was really nervous because all the players were about to have their COVID tests, and he was thinking if 3 or 4 of them go down, then he was going to be really, really struggling. So luckily they all came through it.
I spoke to him on Friday. It was we just had a chat. To be honest, I was all about myself. To be honest, I was telling him.
Some things never change.
No, I'll just say to him, you know what I mean? Just let the guys understand what an opportunity is. I'm not expecting them to have a lot of the ball and stuff, but I told him about a couple of like set pieces that Tottenham might do that each might be able to take advantage of. But we had a really good laugh. He's a good lad.
Excellent. Here's where Marine sit in the pyramid. 4 promotions from the Football League. They're based 7 miles up the coast from Goodison and Anfield. Liverpool and Everton both let the club use their training grounds this week, and a former Red is here today cheering them on. Kelly Summers is with Jason McAteer and club secretary Richard Cross.
Beside me, Gary, certainly are hoping for an upset. Jason, not just because he is a former Red, but also because he spent time here at the start of his career, as well as the fact that Richard has put in so much effort over the past week to get this on, one of many volunteers who has been doing that. Richard, can you even put into words what the last few days and weeks have been like for everyone at this club?
Kelly, it's just been incredible. You know, we've been here all day, every day for the past week. There's been contractors on site, little old Marine and Spurs coming to town. It's just been incredible for the whole community.
It has certainly been incredible, and it's been an incredible club for you in your career as well. When you started out here, you were actually still working in a bar, I believe.
I was working in a pub, studying graphic design, which I was rubbish at. Still aspiring to be a footballer at 17 years of age, and the centre forward, Paul Meacham, walked into the pub and he just literally said to me, "Do you want to come and try out for Marine?" I said, "Where's that?" He went, "Crosby." So two trains and a bus later, I came over, trained, got in the reserves and stayed there for 2.5 years,
What does this club mean to you then? Because I can see when walking in here with you, you still know so many people here.
It's still nostalgic. Driving up, just remembering what it was like, it was brilliant. It hasn't changed, in all honesty. It's had a lick of paint, but it hasn't changed. 3-sided ground, had some good times. For me, like, the reserves played in the Lancashire League, so back then it would have been, say, like Liverpool's first team, Liverpool's reserves, then Liverpool's A team. So I would have played against Liverpool A team, Manchester United A team, so I was on show every week, and I got my big break because Phil Neal spotted me playing for Bolton. He was the Bolton manager, and then I signed for Bolton. So
Richard probably did one of those licks of paint that you just talked about there.
I've done many licks of paint this week.
Well, I was on non-contract, so they couldn't buy me. So as a goodwill gesture, when I signed for Bolton, they give them 500 quid and a bag of balls. That's what you got.
Bag of balls.
That's what you would have been dealing with back then.
Talking of money, of course, it's really disappointing that you haven't been able to have the fans here today, but the fans from across the world have certainly got involved with your virtual ticketing scheme.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, originally we were going to have fans in. Obviously, the lockdown came in. We were limited to 500, so that would have been about £5,000 we'd have raised. But we've made an idea to sell these virtual tickets online, and the response we've had literally has been global around the world. We wake up every day to emails and messages from people, and we've sold an incredible amount so far.
How many have you sold in total? As fans still, of course, can buy them.
Of course they can, yeah. At the moment, we have sold 25,000 virtual tickets.
Wow, that is quite remarkable. Very quickly, before I hand back to the guys, incidentally, we have all bought our virtual tickets.
Thank you.
You will be pleased to know. This, if Marine are to do it today, Jason, will be one of the biggest FA Cup shocks in history.
Absolutely.
You've been involved in an FA Cup shock as well.
Yeah, a couple. I was Bolton, Liverpool. I was involved in that. Bolton, Everton. I think the biggest, though, is definitely Arsenal. I think Righty knows all about that. We drew at Burnham Park, then went down to Highbury, complete underdogs, beat them 3-1.
I'm sure Righty will be very grateful that you have just mentioned that then, Jason.
Sorry, Righty.
Richard, enjoy it.
Thank
Jason,
you.
Thank you so much. Righty, happy memories for you, I'm sure.
I think he was picking his nose at the time. But Marine are in their usual home dressing room, but Jose Mourinho's team talk will be delivered from the Arriva Suite, a function room that can be hired out for parties. Reguilon has already inquired, apparently. Here's how Spurs line up. Joe Hart won the FA Cup, of course, with Manchester City back in 2011. At the back, Rodon makes only his second start since arriving from Swansea, while Ben Davies captains the side. 19-year-old Harvey White gets his first start. He plays alongside Sissoko. Dele Alli has started just 6 of Spurs' 29 matches. Could he be joining Pochettino at PSG this month? Fernandes plays for just the second time this season. There's no Harry Kane in the squad, so on loan Vinicius gets a chance to shine. The Brazilian was the top scorer in the Portuguese league last season. Son and Bale are both on the bench. Well, there's no doubting this is a David versus Goliath clash. Marine are definitely minnows. It's absolutely their FA Cup final. We've got part-time players, including a bin man, and for another cup cliche, well, Spurs only win when the year ends in one.
It's lucky for Spurs when the year ends in one. They first won the cup when the century begun. It's lucky for Spurs when the year ends in one. So this is the year for Spurs.
Bennett makes it 5-1.
Comes Dyson, he scores!
Come on, you Spurs are on their way to Wembley. Tottenham's gonna do it again. They can't stop them.
And still Ricky Villa. What a fantastic run. He scored. Amazing goal.
Spurs are on their way to Wembley. The Kings are claiming the throne.
Spurs have won the FA Cup for a record 8th time.
Jose, you've played in stadiums all around the world. What do you make of Marine now you've arrived here?
First of all, we have to win. And second, I think we have to enjoy and keep this with us, because this is an experience. This is to go back 50 years and as a kid playing in this kind of pitches. But as I was saying yesterday, we have to respect them, and to respect them is to play with a strong team like we are going to do, and obviously to win the match.
You talked there about the strong team. There is such a golfing class, whatever team that Spurs put out today. What will your message be to your players?
I told my players that when I lose matches in the Premier League, it's my fault. But if we lose this match today, it's not my fault, it's their fault. So it was the way I found to put a little bit of pressure on them. I believe that is not going to be easy. It's small, it's windy, it's cold. Of course, they are going to compete with everything they have. But we have to do our job, and our job is to win the match. And as I was saying also yesterday, the players, they don't have to show me anything. It's not today that they are going to show me anything. The only thing that they can show is how much they love football. And if you love football a lot, you enjoy playing here.
Absolutely well said, Jose. Year ending in one for Tottenham. I remember it well, winning that little thing.
Yeah,
Alan?
I would never have thought that.
There's some big players. I think it's 402 international caps out there for Tottenham this evening. It's a strong starting lineup against a non-league side. Dele Alli, obviously, there's a lot of interest in watching Dele because he's not had too many opportunities under Jose Mourinho.
No, and he's when we spoke about attitude earlier, he's got to show the right attitude. He can't afford to give his manager any more excuses not to like him. It's clear that he doesn't fancy him, he doesn't play him enough. He'll have a decision to make, but he's got to go out and he's got to perform, and particularly in this game, and what a game it is for him.
What I'd say about Dele is that I remember managing him at MK Dons under 23 game, and they knew a lot about him. He was just turning 17. They was kicking him all over the place, but his attitude was right. This will take him back into that kind of mind frame, and I think that knowing him how he is, he knows he's got something to prove, and whether it's Marine or whatever, he's ready to play.
Yeah. Carlos Vinicius is an interesting one, isn't he? Coming in, getting opportunities. Harry Kane standing, which He doesn't get too many opportunities, obviously, if Harry remains fit, but history tells us that Harry does have the odd injury. Let's hope that's just a thing of the past, but an opportunity for him to shine.
Yeah, he's only played 17 minutes in the league this season, and his 3 goals in the Europa League. I mean, it must be very difficult for him because he knows that he's got 2 unbelievably big hitters ahead of him in Son and Kane. So it's really important when he does get his opportunity that him, very much like 1 or 2 of the others in the team tonight, they've got to go out and they've got to prove a point and try and make it difficult for the manager when decisions need to be made.
Got to grab every opportunity in.
Without a doubt, and yeah, people will say yes against Marine and you'd expect him to do stuff, but he is, like Al said, he's behind the 2 big guys. But what I've seen of him, he looks pretty sharp, he holds it up pretty well. Just watching him finish there, if he gets an opportunity, it'd be interesting to see if he takes it as well as he's been doing just out there in the training.
OK, thanks, Ian. Well, Dele Alli could find himself asking the neighbours for his ball back. The lucky few watching the warm-ups actually fall into the stadium red zone, so we can't speak to them due to COVID restrictions, but what a spot. There are the house numbers on the netting to identify which door to knock if needs be. Mind you, Marine have played 7 games to get here, so they should have a few spare FA Cup balls lying around. Their run started back in September against Barnoldswick Town, and 2 of the ties have gone to penalties. We wouldn't mind that today, would we? They scored in the last minute of extra time to beat Havant and set up the biggest day in the club's 126-year history.
Do I just look at you? Yeah, that's fine. It's good timing.
Hey, listen, this is me 5 seconds of bloody fame.
We're going to have to pause anyway because there's my mum.
I'll have to ring you back. Sorry, what was the question again?
Was it Jose? The phone?
Oh, yeah, could have been, couldn't it?
Drop of my heart when it skips a beat.
We're 126 years old, right in the heart of the community in Crosby Village. A club with a great history, great tradition.
It is a very family-orientated club, and you just get that bug.
People fall in love with Marine and strangely they can't get away from it.
Everybody around here supports Marine and everybody loves them.
I'm actually from South Liverpool originally, but my brother used to play goalie for them when he was young, so we've got a bit of an affinity, for the club ourselves.
You talk about Marine, or you'd say, where's Marine? And they go, Marine, never heard of them, where are they? I think we are one of the very few clubs that aren't named after a city or a town. We've definitely put ourselves on the map.
We're a non-league club, we play at Step 8 and the players are employed part-time. So they've all got daytime jobs, 1 or 2 teachers and 1 or 2 work for the NHS, and we've got a bin man.
If we win this one and we get a Premier League club, I think that's what everyone would want, the fans of the club as well.
We get everybody in, all the players come into the shop, the managers come into the shop, so we do know them sort of on a personal sort of basis in that respect.
It's the same ups and downs as you get in the Premier League, but you get to share them a lot closer with the players.
I'm sure most of them have booked the next day off, just in case they have time to celebrate.
We are Marine, the Iron Men, take you to the field.
As we've progressed through 7 rounds of the FA Cup, the group have bonded more and more closely. Colchester, 4 divisions above, 1 on penalties after 120 minutes.
And Marine caused the biggest FA Cup upset of this year's competition.
Then, of course, 2nd round proper, we played Havant and Waterlooville.
Ball on the edge of the area. Penalties looming. Ball played in. Miley across the face to goal. Now comes it in. Marine are in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. The Minnows of Merseyside have done it.
That's what we all dream of when you're a kid and you're not a professional, I suppose. You want to get to the 3rd round, but yeah, tremendous effort by everyone.
When Robbie Savage pulled those balls out, I was just laughing my head off.
58. 58 is Marine.
Oh. My wife was wondering what I was screaming about. She's in the other room.
39. 39, Tottenham Hotspur. The Premier League leaders out the hat to play Marine. What a tie that is.
To draw this magical tie of home to Spurs, it is literally, I think, what dreams are made of. To see that coach pull up on College Road and see the likes of them walking down and through into the car park, I suppose it will be quite surreal.
The Tottenham players, all those fancy damn players, won't like playing on that pitch.
Playing on a snooker table to come and playing at Marines, it's going to change everyone's game and the game's going to be open.
There's actually houses that run along the back of Marine's ground, so they can see from the back the actual game.
To get any front seat to a football match these days, it's just like a Willy Wonka ticket, isn't it? You've got a guy next door in a tree, you've got us, you've got the lady next door in a veranda with a champagne.
This will be like their cup final.
The biggest gap ever in the history of the FA Cup.
If there is a goal, I think you'll probably hear the whole of Crosby flipping erupt.
I don't know whether you know, we're famous here for Iron Men at Crosby. We'll have 11 Iron Men on this pitch on Sunday, by hook or by crook, and Tottenham will know they've been in a game.
Wonderful stuff. Let's talk you through the Marine lineup. 20-year-old keeper Bailey Passant has taken the week off from working in Sainsbury's to prepare for this match. In defence, they've gone for a back five. David Raven made his professional debut for Liverpool against Spurs way back in 2004. Josh Solomon Davis is a St Lucia international. He's been watching videos, apparently, of Son on YouTube. Hamami has started at Accrington. He scored 6 free kicks this season. James Barragan works as a bin man. Striker and skipper Cummings was the hero of the last round. He was happier than anyone when the draw was made. The PE teacher is a huge Arsenal fan. Here's the manager, Neil Young. Not that Neil Young.
Neil, what a few months, what a week. The day is finally here. How are you and the players feeling?
We're okay, you know, we're upbeat. Obviously, we've got a massive task on our hands here today against a very good side. But, you know, this is what hard work we put in to get here, 7 games, as you know, and, you know, Tottenham Hotspur coming to our little ground here in Crosby. We're really looking forward to it.
You've done plenty of analysis. I know you had footage given to you from Liverpool as well. What's the plan of attack against this Spurs side?
I don't think we've got a plan of attack. I think it's more how we defend I think is more important. You know how good they are. You know, they're in the League Cup final, 3rd in the Premier League. You know, one of the favourites for the Europa League. You know, their CV speaks for itself. Fantastic, world-class players. But, you know, we've got to try our best, as we have done in every round. As I said earlier, you know, Tottenham coming here is a dream come true for us as a football club. But likewise, you know, we've got to put a performance in as well.
There's lots of noise around this. The eyes of the world, as you've just alluded to there, will be on you. What will your final message before the players go out? What will you say to them be?
They've got to enjoy it. I think they've got to take it all in. But, you know, they can't stand on ceremony. You know, if they do, we've got to make sure we stay in the game if we can early doors, because I'm sure Tottenham will be looking to have a good start early on, get after us as quick as they possibly can, and try and put the game to bed as early as they can. We've got to stay in the game. I think that's key. Not give too many set pieces away, because they'll be well drilled. But overall, we just got to make sure that we put the effort in that we have done in all the other rounds.
These are the current scenes inside the Marine dressing room. It's quite smaller than some of the Premier League dressing rooms you see, that's for sure, isn't it? They're all squeezed in there. But what a night for them. I think the busiest player could be David Passant, the goalkeeper. Bailey Passant, the goalkeeper. I think it could be a busy evening for him.
He's going to have the game of his life, isn't he? If the miracle is going to happen. I remember reading the notes saying after the last round, the Havertz game, it was his birthday. He was the one in his kit where he was going into the shop to buy the beers for him and his teammates. Brilliant.
I'm quite excited for the skipper and the captain, obviously an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any better than this, you know, because for me, if it does happen, it's going to be the biggest shock of all time. And, you know, for him to score the winner, it'd be a beautiful thing.
I saw one of his teammates describe him as Harry Kane without the pace or the shooting ability.
Yeah, he is. But at the same time, this is like dream stuff, isn't it?
He got the winner against Havertz.
Exactly, yeah. You know, it's a seminal moment for both sets of players, because for these lot, it's a once in a lifetime, and it's something that you know, as a Tottenham player, you don't want to be losing to a team like this, saying that can happen, and carrying that through your whole career. You got to be right today.
David Raven played professionally for Liverpool, made his debut against Spurs.
Yeah, against Spurs.
Some 16, 17 years ago.
2004 it was, and very much like the goalkeeper. I mean, we think they're going to play a back five this evening, so him and the guys in and around him are without doubt they're going to be tested. So they're going to have to all play incredibly well, but it's not impossible.
Last few words for the players, few selfies of course, a couple of videos being taken there. Big moment for Neil Young, big moment for all these young men, isn't it? They've got to grasp it and enjoy it.
That's the main thing, you know what I mean? No one's expecting them to really win it. we're hoping we can see some form of magic, but the main thing for them is to just put up a good display for themselves and their families.
We've seen one shock already today with Crawley beating Leeds United and, well, thumping them by 3 goals to 0. We can't see that. This would be the biggest FA Cup shock of all time, wouldn't it?
It would be.
It will be, yeah, but it's all about attitude for the Tottenham players. As I've said earlier, if they match the work rate and have the same attitude as these Marine players, then they should go through. But that's the reason we're here. That's right. There's going to be millions watching on television, and there is a but in there. Very, very unlikely. But there's a small chance.
Ian,
I just hope they can go and enjoy it.
I know it's Spurs, but you don't really think it'll happen, do you?
I don't think they've got a chance, but you know what? I don't want them to get hammered. I want them to hang in there as long as they can.
Keep it interesting for us all. Well, as you can see, the teams are on their way out. Well, at least Tottenham are. You can watch the game with no added crowd noise on the BBC Sport website, Red Button and iPlayer. Time to hand to our commentary team of Dion Dublin and Guy Mowbray.
Thank you, Gary. Good afternoon, everyone. Glad you could join us, along with the good people whose houses back on to the Marine Travel Arena for a very special occasion. A piece of history and a cup tie that almost captures the essence of this great competition. I say almost because, of course, we haven't got an actual paying crowd, which really would have made all the difference. But as we're all too painfully aware, we've got to get on with it. So let's do that. And let's all enjoy Marine's biggest day. Smiles on the Marine players' faces as they walk past the line of illustrious opponents, and smiles all around the ground for those who are lucky enough to have a vantage point. And underneath the mask, believe me, Jose Mourinho has been smiling since he got here too.
Actually got a fist bump.
Ever since that draw was made, those players will have barely had a passing moment without thinking of this.
This will be special. Very special day. I mean, these players, you know, we've seen it when Villa did it. Villa looked over, oh, look at all those Liverpool players. These Marine players will be looking over things. I've seen him on TV.
Well, this is the Marine side in midfield. Watch out for Neil Kengley wide. He's a trainee plumber who scored in Marine's last 2 games. Josh Hamami is the free kick king. And in attack, it's the pride of the Isle of Man, Niall Cummins, PE teacher and Arsenal fan.
Righty will know that, don't you worry about that. Righty would have found out who the Arsenal fans are. And can you hear that little tweak in his voice? He wants this to happen so much.
The Spurs have 2011 FA Cup winner Joe Hart in goal. For Joe Rodon, it's only his 5th appearance since signing from Swansea. 19-year-old Harvey White's 2nd game and 1st start. A rare appearance for Jedson Fernandez, and this season for Dele Alli. And Carlos Vinicius, who, like Fernandez, is on loan from Benfica. Well, he is the main striker. Harry Kane has stayed at home this weekend. Son Heung-min is amongst the substitutes. Daily Passant went viral after going to the local co-op in his full kit to get the beers in after the win over Havant and Waterlooville in the last round. David Raven has had a very good professional career. Started at Liverpool, started at Spurs in a Liverpool shirt. And Niall Cummins, who you've heard about in the build-up, like Harry Kane but without the ability. That's how his teammates rather disparagingly have referred to him.
And the pace and the shooting boots. I mean, there's a long list of things, but this one's all about attitude tonight. It's all about Spurs. We've got so much more quality. It's just about the attitude. It's about the application.
With the words of Jose Mourinho ringing in their ears. If we lose in the Premier League, it's my fault. If you lose this, it's all about you.
Well, that's fair play. I think he's right. He's absolutely spot on. They should get over the line with a professional attitude and a professional performance. Spurs should do a job tonight, but it's the FA Cup.
Neil Young will be bursting with pride. Just taking a quick gulp as the chairman, Paul Leary, finally gets set to enjoy the occasion that he's worked so hard with the help of hundreds of others to get on. Michael Oliver is the referee. There is a family connection. His wife Lucy was the ref when Marine played Washington in the second qualifying round in 2015. The players and the coaching staff and officials take a knee, and then the game can get underway. Marine from the Northern Premier League Division 1 Northwest, 161 league positions below glory Tottenham Hotspur. And as you've heard, the man alongside me couldn't be enjoying himself more this afternoon. Dion Dublin is watching football surrounded by homes.
Oh yes, I am. At least their stairs will be leading to bedrooms. We had to come up a ladder tonight.
They did, but it stayed intact, thankfully. How long will that Marine defence manage to stay intact and keep out Spurs, who will attack from the start, and they'll have to get used to the playing surface from the start. It's not quite Premier League standard. It is shared by AFC Liverpool on a regular basis, this pitch, although there won't be a great deal of football on it for the next few weeks with football below step 6, I think it is, suspended. Makes it even more important for Marine to really enjoy this.
It does, yeah, it does. And you know, as we will all say this, just stay in the game for as long as you possibly can. Create chances, you get into crossing positions, cross it. Give yourself every chance of an attempt on goal.
Daily Tassant looks for Niall Cummins to win it, and he just about did. And this is Soka. Now Matt Doherty. Alderweireld. Berrigan, number 11 for Marine, just kept a respectful distance and backed away. That's under from Miley. And played back to the very highly rated Josh Solomon-Davies, who's 21 years old. He is actually a full international, so Marine do have one. He's played for St Lucia.
This is a free hit for Marine, of course it is. But now you're here, you've got to do everything you possibly can, everything within your power to give yourself every chance of at least scoring a goal, creating a chance.
Alderweireld gives a touch for Joe Hart. Alderweireld again with plenty of time. There's no great pressing being employed by those in gold and black. Alderweireld found a way to Ben Davis. He's back with the Belgian again. There's Jedson Fernandez. Doherty. He was closed by James Joyce. Dele Alli. Lucas Moura. Nice turn from Lucas Moura. A flick from Jedson Fernandez, who then went to ground. It was cleared by Joyce. Collected by Davis. Don't think we need to bother putting possession stats into this game. That's going to be a Spurs free kick.
Yeah, there was a little bit of dew, a little bit of spots of rain coming down before the game. That would have favoured Spurs. They want to move the ball around quickly, 1 and 2 touch. Try and get Marine to move the whole of their team across the pitch, rearrange their formation.
It was Adam Hughes' challenge that resulted in the free kick. He's on loan from the New Saints in the League of Wales. Might be the first bit of business, the first of a lot of business for Bailey Passant in a moment.
Yes. Get it right, get that wall right. Have a double check, young man, double check again just to make sure.
Lucas Moura will leave it to Harvey White. Struck into the top of the wall. Blasted away by Miley.
Good strong wall, good start for them. Well done, keeper. Wall was absolutely spot on. They jumped as well and took the pain and kept Spurs at bay.
Lucas Moura gets it back from Davis. Out for another Spurs throw. The Marine players back to differ with that decision made by Michael Oliver. Alderweireld. Almost through to Lucas Moura. Now Barrigan. He's looking for Kengney. And Ben Davies just has a look over his shoulder and realised he did have enough time to take and turn. Doherty. Jedson Fernandez. His fourth start in a Spurs shirt. He's been on loan from Benfica since last January.
So this is the difficult part for Mourinho, is if one player switches off, Spurs will find that gap.
Sissoko back to Jedson Fernandez, who holds off the challenge of Hamami. Doherty. Carlos Vinicius trying to tee up Dele Alli. First shot on target, and that will do the confidence of Bailey Passant the world of good. Straight at him.
Well done, young man. Dele Alli just trying to cover that one in the corner. Well, like I said, if you are going to squeeze as an individual Marine player, you'll get passed around. Dele Alli just trying to curl that one in the corner. Didn't quite get it right.
Doherty. Sissoko. Jedson Fernandez has had a lot of the ball. On that occasion he ran straight into Hughes. Joyce with the clearance. White's header. Fernandez. And it came off Joyce, and it'll be behind for a Tottenham corner.
The difference you'll see in the players is the speed of thought, and before the Spurs players get it, they'll know exactly where it's going to go. Their teammate will know where it's going to go, so it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle today for these Marine players.
White's corner. Passant got two hands to it.
What a punch. Absolutely fantastic from the keeper. Big shout as well of keepers. Confidence will be growing for the young man.
He's only 20. He was on Tranmere's books. He was released last summer. He was actually on the bench for Tranmere a couple of years ago when Spurs went there in the third round and won 7-0. Not far away.
Just around the corner.
He's one of so many players at the level he's playing at who are starting again, getting another chance, having been released from the professional ranks. So many frustrated at the moment by the lack of football.
Yeah, it is because, you know, their league's actually halted at the moment, so this is all about enjoying it, staying in it for as long as you possibly can.
8 minutes and counting, nearly 8 minutes.
It's a good 8 minutes. It's a good 8 minutes. They've now gone from a 4 to a 5 at the back.
Doherty just gets it away in time. Joyce. Very neatly done. Barrigan tried to keep it away from White, and he did that. This is Hamami. Doherty in the way. Davis now. He's got the captain's armband for Spurs this evening. Just saying earlier that although there are lots of Spurs changes, there are still 9 full internationals in this starting lineup.
I think this is where they'll find it difficult. Marine, Dele Alli will float, Moura will float.
Lucas Moura suckered David Raven here and runs on goal. He cleared it by a bit, and that was the first real warning for Marine. Lucas Moura not actually for the first time allowed to take it and turn, but that time he was allowed to run as well.
Yeah, it's what you'd expect from Moura. Just, you know, scooting through a few players there and just leaning back slightly when he goes to strike the ball. He'll know he'll get more chances. Spurs will play 80% of this game in the Marine half.
Marine, for those who don't know, is in Crosby. Jamie Carragher is a resident of Crosby, and he has very generously sponsored the dugouts here and the warm-up tops that Marine were wearing through his JC23 Foundation. So well played, Carragher, for that. Fantastic.
Yeah, well done, Carragher. Good work, pal. He's a local boy, why not?
Free kick for Spurs, awarded by Michael Oliver. It would be a thrill for many of the Marine players just to be in a game refereed by him.
I bet he's enjoying it as well. I bet Michael will be enjoying this one as well.
Sissoko. Headed away by Raven. White got to it before Hamami, and then he's clipped by the Marine midfielder. Another free kick for Spurs. Josh Hamami saying he didn't touch the Spurs player.
Surprised look on his face. And that's the reason why. I'd be looking quite surprised as well if it was given against me. Not much wrong there, but young kid.
Harvey White was allowed to take the last one. I don't think it'll be the case this time. Lucas Moura is already getting the grass, the turf out of his studs and making sure he's got proper purchase for this. Scored in the third round last year at Middlesbrough. And there was Lucas Moura again. The wall was built very soundly. Dele Alli. Davis.
Interesting game for Dele tonight. Just getting hold of the ball, getting some more fitness, getting some more game time, showing his manager what he can do. Get me in that starting 11.
Lucas Moura's ball in. And by accident or design, Miley left it. Carlos Vinicius couldn't get to it. And Passant was ready.
Passant did well there. Many times you see the keeper take his eye off the ball. At that time, concentration levels were very high. Well done.
Jose Mourinho has only lost one of 15 FA Cup ties that he's been in charge of against lower league sides. That was the famous one in 2015, Chelsea against Bradford. Here's Davis. Jedson Fernandez, support from Doherty. Jedson Fernandez is only looking inside and he had the ball stolen from him. It was Kengley. This is Cummins holding it up.
Good play. Nice strong play of that from the centre forward. I love the way he received it back to play, then he went side on. Make yourself nice and strong.
Doherty in to block James Joyce. Doherty, an Irish international. James Joyce should be with that name.
There's the big lad. Lots of experience. He'll be enjoying this.
It's reminding me a bit of Chris Morgan, the old Sheffield United centre-back.
Yes. Had many a battle with Big Morgs, by the way. I think one of those scars on the back of my head was him. Right elbow.
You won one of them. Maybe.
Yes, maybe. Get it in the box. Get the players, centre halves. Get Miley in there, get Hughes in there, get Raven in there. Stick it in there and see what you can get, any bits.
Marmee, formerly a junior with Bolton and Barnsley, does take all the free kicks and he's took a pretty good one there. Played by Dele Alli. It's not going away. Cummins will try and give chase, and Joe Hart is out, having got the call and heard the call from Ben Davis. And he just takes issue a little bit with Niall Cummins not curtailing his run.
Couldn't stop there. No way he could stop.
One issue we haven't mentioned, we just saw it a little bit there, is the fact that when the ball is in the air, it will move around a lot. There is a really stiff breeze about the place.
Yeah, there is. And I think Marine won't mind that at all. They've played in conditions like this many a time. Windy, anything that goes in the air, they won't mind battling for it. It's when it's on the floor and Spurs are playing in 1 and 2 touch that they'll find it difficult.
Very stiff when it's more cold than strong. Towards Cummins, who's showing for the ball every time and trying to set Kengley running. Back with Hart. Kengley still running. Rodon. Alderweireld. Dele Alli. White. Lucas Moura just got away from Raven. Jensen who tried the flick. Rodon. Alderweireld. 15 minutes played. Marine 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
It's not a bad start. Not a bad start.
It's going to sail over the head of Dele Alli and behind. I suppose it's the first psychological checkpoint ticked off there by Neil Young.
Definitely. They're doing well. They really are looking really organised. I'm liking the way that Hughes, Miley and Raven at the back are keeping it nice and tight. There's no gaps in between the centre halves and the fullbacks, forcing Spurs to try and go round the outside. That's why Spurs are switching play so much. And that's the vantage point you want. That's a great vantage point. Everywhere around this ground you can see little heads popping up.
Head staying down. Well wrapped up. Looking around into the back gardens, it seems as though Prosecco is very much the choice of the afternoon.
Yes, I wouldn't mind myself, thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Pass it along.
There we go.
Look at that, great stuff.
That from Barragan. And from Joyce, but he couldn't get any further than that. White to Doherty.
Lots of talking. We're so close to the players, you can hear them talking and organising, showing me your left shoulder, showing me your right shoulder. All that information is going to help this Marine side to stay in the game.
Doherty. Jetson Fernandez. Alderweireld. Hamami is the player springing forward from midfield to make them hurry.
That's better. That is better. If you can get to a Spurs player and don't dive in, don't commit yourself, stay goal side, force them to go backwards, job done.
Jetson Fernandez didn't get that right. Off balance. Marine goal kick.
Yeah, could have taken a touch there and tried to put in a bit of a better ball than that. Good player though. Great feet. Who want to get on the ball under pressure as well. Little 1-2s. He's a very clever footballer.
Paul near his proudest day. Marine chairman. I should think it was a relieved Marine chairman the other day when all of the player COVID tests that were funded by the FA came back negative. It's gone straight out from Passant. Sissoko. Davis. Dele Alli lets it run. Lucas Moura was trying to tee him up. Cummins getting in the hard yards, getting to the ball along with Rodon.
This pitch will feel very small to those Tottenham players. They're getting from one side to the other. It's taking just a little 3 or 4 iron for Toby Alderweireld.
There's Dele Alli. White. Harvey White again, he's had an assured start for Spurs. Seen a lot of the ball, finds Sissoko with it there. Here's Kenny, Cummins to the right. Kenny trying to leave White behind. There's nobody on the left-hand side, so he's had a go. What a good go! Off the top of the bar, and then Joe Hart has to pop it over again. Terrific strike from Neil Kenny.
Where did that come from? What a strike! He's got to be 35 yards out. He knew he didn't have White for pace. Oh my word, I'm not even sure Joe Hart's angles and judgment was completely off there. That is an amazing shot. He just dipped at the last minute. So close. Look at that. Caught it a peach. Oh dear. What a strike.
And it was coming back down and looked as though it might go in again, but Hart was watching that time. Marine corner, in from Barragan. Hart punches out. Hamami. And ball shouts as that is blocked by Jedson Fernandez right on the edge of the box. It's going to be a throw, nothing more than that.
Big shout. Big shout of handball there.
I should just reaffirm that this being a ground at the level that we're at, there's no VAR involved in this one, or no goal line technology either. David Raven has to summon up everything he's got to stay in front of Carlos Vinicius.
And does well as well. Just get his arm out.
Well, we can have a look at the replay. He's got his arm tucked in by his side.
It's right by the side of him. Never going to be given, but hey, worth a shout. It's worth a shout, lads.
Few players will shout for everything. That looked like a trip on Lucas Moura, but it's not been seen as one by Michael Oliver, just a stumble. He's given that for the Dele Alli sandwich.
Been quiet, Dele, hasn't he? I'm expecting Dele to get on the ball and dictate play and, you know, take charge of this game with the quality that he has. Love to see him again in that Spurs starting lineup. I think he's got so much talent.
A lot of trust put in Harvey White. Seems to be on all the free kicks and corners. He's overdone that one though.
Got to do better than that. Got to do better than that. The quality that he has. Really good left foot. Put it in danger area. What's he thinking right now? Happy, not happy?
I wonder what he was thinking when he saw Niall Kengley's shot smack back off the crossbar. This was a magnificent effort from the trainee plumber.
Oh, look at that. Nearly a sucker punch there for Joe Hart.
Very good. Yeah, he's a student at Trafford College studying plumbing. Joe Hart flushed.
That might just liven Joe Hart up a little bit.
Pulled his arm away thinking it was going over,
yeah,
quite
I
clearly.
think you're absolutely spot on.
White. Nobody in that channel for Spurs, and in fact Santa's going to leave his area and deal with it. Cummins helps it on. Alderweireld safely back to his keeper.
You can just sense a little bit of confidence now in this Marine side after that strike. Hit the bar, they've just come up, they're just playing a little bit more football in Spurs' half, and half a press on there, letting Spurs know that, you know, a little bit of confidence now.
I know this sounds a little bit silly, but can that be a dangerous thing?
Yes, it can be. Concentration levels aren't there.
Stick to the plan. There's Joyce, can't quite find Hamami. And there's Jedson Fernandez. He does find Sissoko. Dele Alli, supported by the run of Davis. Dele Alli might be lining one up, thought about it. Not too many bodies to pass. Jedson Fernandez, Dele Alli. Dele Alli's ball in is a beauty. Vinicius has a tap in, and he has tapped in. And Tottenham Hotspur have the lead. It's taken them 23 minutes. And Carlos Vinicius is the striker standing in for Kane and Son, who's given Jose Mourinho's team the advantage.
Yeah. Great composed finish. Sat the keeper down. Dele Alli very good though. I expected Dele Alli to set fire to it. Just there he doesn't. He reassesses the situation. Just pops it in. Plays a little 1-2. And, yeah, he's onside, isn't he?
Bit of a miscontrol to start with, but he regathered his composure to round Passant. Heck of a ball from Dele Alli.
It was, yeah, just in that. Yeah, he got lucky, didn't he? He got lucky there, but relief. It's in the back of the net.
As he lashed the ball in, he was actually looking the assistant referee in the eyes. Don't you dare put that flag up. It's his fourth Spurs goal. Those goals have come in his last 5 appearances. Another 3 in the Europa League, now 1 in the FA Cup. Spurs, in the unlikely surroundings of the Marine Travel Arena, maybe that is the starting point of them being on their way when the year ends in 1.
Maybe, maybe not.
Here's Cummins, supported by Solomon Davis, who's got forward from right back. Raven. White. Solomon Davis with the challenge. Oliver lets it all go, and Hamami has the ball now. Cummins. Hamami pushes Rodon in the back, and Rodon puts it out of play and then turns and asks where his free kick was.
It's the way forward, I think. Drop it into Cummings, he'll hold it up, he has done when he's had the chance, pins his defender very well, brings his players in, left and right.
Here's Joyce. Berrigan wasn't expecting that there. Carlos Vinicius, strong. Jedson Fernandez. Vinicius. Wanted Berrigan in, finds Dele Alli. Our Spurs just cranking up the tempo a little bit now.
I think they are, because there's a little bit more space now. Marine have just got a little bit back.
There's Jedson Fernandez. Everybody take cover in the seats behind the goal.
Poor shot. Get the knee over that ball, strike through the ball.
Midfielder was 22 yesterday. Where do you want to spend your birthday?
22, eh? I'm double his age and more and some, let me tell you.
We're getting to the stage where the numbers don't really matter anymore. Alderweireld safely back to Hart, whose own heart will be beating on a more regular level now after that shot that woke him up. Look at that, 139 Spurs passes, Marine 24. That was a moment or two ago.
It's okay, it's just the one at the moment though. They're doing well, they are doing very well. Organised.
Doherty. It's Hughes. There's Kengney. Misjudged the bounce. Alderweireld and Rodon sorted out between them. Sissoko. Very nice sidestep away from Divine. Dele Alli. Doherty. Alderweireld. Clear Berrigan. There's White, back to Rodon. Rodon looks as though he's been in a battle with Niall Cummins. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Parts of his shirt hanging off. There's Dele Alli. He's taking on Solomon Davis. Lucas Moura's just hung back out of the box. Dele Alli again. Now it is the Brazilian Lucas. Sissoko. White. Doherty gives up on that. Marine get the throw.
Bit messy that. Oh yes, look at that. That's what you get when you mess with the big lad up front, Cummings. He will try and pin you. Might need a new shirt at half-time, I think.
I'll be swapping that one at the end.
Yeah, I think he wanted a short sleeve shirt anyway, so.
It's the undershirt actually that's gone, isn't it?
Never understood that, have you? Short sleeve shirt on top of a long sleeve. I don't know why, just wear a long sleeve shirt if you want a long sleeve shirt on.
Now we are sounding old.
Well, listen to us. I've only got 5 layers on. I've only got 5 on today.
Here's Davis. It's just short sleeves and no undershirt. Sissoko too. Moved on to Jedson Fernandez and quickly returned. Dele Alli taking up some really good positions now. He's eased himself into the game. He clips one in for Doherty. Cleared by Passant, but it was cleared straight to Carlos Vinicius, who has helped himself to 2 tap-ins. He's scored 2 from a combined total of 1 yard.
Dele Alli now, he's doing exactly what I expected him to do. Doherty there just getting involved in that goal. It was a fantastic save, by the way, by Passant. First effort from Doherty. See the manager there's thinking, we were in this one at 1. Got himself his second goal.
Dele Alli once again instrumental. Doesn't get the assist this time, but it was a heck of a pass for Doherty.
Some save as well, I've got to say. Dele Alli's getting his head up now. He's picking the passes, controlling the game. Doherty there just going right to the keeper. It's a really good save. That's going goal bound. Look at the good feet, good hand. Needs his defenders there to help him out, the keeper.
There's Carlos Vinicius again. The touchdown to Sissoko. Jedson Fernandez in a tight spot but gets out of it. 2-0 to Tottenham, just over half an hour played. Very professional performance from the Premier League outfit. And here's Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura was being held on to.
Just seems to be getting quicker, doesn't it? The game seems to be getting quicker. Spurs are taking control of it, and when they want to quicken it up, you can see that Marine are finding it difficult. When they slow it down, Marine are in the game. So Spurs are thinking to themselves now, just keep moving it around. They're getting free kicks in dangerous areas. Dele Alli's taking control of the game.
And this is the third one from the edge of the box. First one was hit by White from this sort of position. Lucas Moura had the second one from further left. It looks as though this one will be Lucas Moura's again. Bailey Passant is getting himself ready for it. Vinicius will be ready to pounce if it comes his way again. Crouching keeper, hidden ball. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic from Lucas Moura. 3-0 Spurs. Oh, that was exquisite, no matter who you're playing against.
You know, to execute that 20, maybe 22 yards away with such ease. Over, round, dip, curl, everything. Lucas Moura there, okay, another player who's had more and more ball. Look at that there. I mean, it's really difficult for the keeper to, any keeper, I don't care who you are. That is a very, very good free kick.
It's made to look so easy. And it's out of the reach of the goalkeeper. And he made it look effortless.
We have a go at keepers sometimes. Why did you move? Why did you go too early? If you'd have gone early, you might have got a hand on it.
Spurs are really in the mood now. There won't be a shock in Crosby today. Jedson Fernandez headed away by Raven. Might not be an upset, but there'll be a lot of good football to watch by the way that Spurs have started to knock the ball around now. Marine had their moment when Kengley hit the crossbar from way out.
Yes, I just wish that had been a yard further away. It would have had time to dip and flummox Joe Hart there. He thought he was going over. What a great moment that would have been.
Here's Sissoko. Lucas Moura. Davis. Was that close?
I think it was close, unintentionally close, I think. Davis there, I think he might have tried to be crossing that one. Sissoko being patient there. Lucas Moura just rolls it in. I'm thinking, ooh, I think he was looking for the far stick, but not to put it into the back of the net. More organisation done there by the boss.
It's Neil Young and Alan Morgan, who played for Tranmere, Doncaster and Morecambe. Neil Young calls himself the diligent one. Well, he only called himself that in response to how do you feel about playing the special one.
I think he's delighted to be playing the special one.
Dele Alli. Ben Davis. Jedson Fernandez out to Matt Doherty. Years ago, Doherty scored 4 FA Cup goals in a season in a Wolves run. There's Davis. It's a good block tackle that. And Miley, who got it half away. Job completed by Kenny.
Got it spot on there, Miley. Went to ground, had to go to ground and get it right.
Hamami. Hamami managed to get it through to Barragan. Can Barragan see Joyce arriving here? He has done. Joyce to shoot. That's another good block tackle. Excellent from Joe Rodon in defence for Spurs.
Yeah, Joyce. He could have just got that past Rodon. It was goal bound, it certainly was. Good defending though, made up some good ground. Rodon. He got lucky with the ricochet, but the patience was good. Joyce made up 40 yards. Rondon made up 40 yards. And the defender came out on top on this occasion. He was goal bound as well.
Great determination from Joyce and Rodon there. Some famous names in this Marine lineup. James Joyce, Neil Young, of course, the manager. FA Cup winner with Manchester City in 1969.
Yes, I was born that year.
Rock star as well.
I'm not a rock star.
You got David Lynch on the bench as well.
Lynch,
film director.
It's a very good one, actually. It's a very good one. Penny's just dropped. Very good one.
I'm not a fan of Twin Peaks. Here's Alderweireld. Doherty. Dele Alli. Up towards Dele Alli again. Marmy got something on it. Dele's really starting to enjoy himself this afternoon. White. Dele Alli touches towards Vinicius on a hat-trick and going for it and getting it. That's a terrific goal from Carlos Vinicius. 4 for Spurs. He's got 3.
Lovely finish. No pressure on him at all. You can see he's got the cultured left foot, worked his way around it. Keeper's face is dejected. Nothing he can do about that, the keeper. Poussin's played well, he's conceded goals, but he's played so well, he's made a couple of good saves. But Vinicius there, sticks in the back of the net. Good play from Dele Alli. He did say he's starting to control the game, get into good areas. Yeah, it was a lovely, lovely finish. He just stood back, stepped to the right, opened up his left foot. Bit of a ricochet, you can see here, look at that, just bam. There's the space, just lifts it in there, no power, just direction. Quality's shining through now. I mean, I've never ever scored a hat-trick.
You're joking.
Two, let me finish. 2 from 2 yards, 1 from 12 yards. Bit of a gimme when it comes to a hat-trick.
Is he now starting to think how many here today? This really is my day. Do you get moments like that as a striker?
Yeah, you do, because, you know, yes, the golfing class is there and he'll be thinking, right, let me see if I can get a few goals, bit of confidence. It's that part of his game I'd like to see as well, that holding the ball up, being reliable. Yes, you've scored a hat-trick already, but get it on your chest, bring your teammates in.
On loan from Benfica with reportedly a £40 million option. Won't get too many chances to show Spurs that they should take that up, but he's doing it here today. Only Poussin holds on to that one.
I mean, they've never obviously come across quality like this, because Sissoko and Jedson and Dele Alli, they are not really playing in any positions. They're all over the place, and these Marine players won't know where to look, and they won't know where to go, who to mark.
Straight behind for a goal kick.
And this is where you see the professional side of the game, professional side of Spurs. Keep passing it, keep doing it the right way. The manager, Mr. Mourinho, look at those fans there. The fans just want to see those.
Well, the Liverpool boss is here as well, by the looks of it. Yeah, he's having a look at Spurs for future weeks.
Oh, fantastic. Very good spot.
Usually a bit more animated than that.
He is normally. He lost a bit of weight as well.
There's Dele Alli. Doherty. Up to Cummins. Played forward by Devine. It's cut out there by Alderweireld. Now it's White. He's taken the eye, Harvey White, for me.
He's done well, isn't he? He's done well.
Sissoko. Doherty to his right. In the middle is Lucas Moura. He pokes it through to Doherty, and the flag is up for offside. Easy call, that one.
Yeah, shouldn't really be offside there. It was a bad touch by Moura. If that wasn't a bad touch, he might have been in Doherty down the right-hand side, but bad touch didn't help Moura at all.
Up goes Cummins once more. Joyce. Cummins offside. Oh no, it's a free kick further back. Michael Oliver.
Foul on Joyce, I think.
Yeah. As Joyce got rid, just caught. Marine 0, Tottenham Hotspur 4 as we move around towards half-time. Marine won't change their game. They will try and get something from it as best they can. And let's not forget, they came closest to scoring the first goal. Until the first goal was scored. He's putting himself about, the Marine striker.
You can actually see, can't you? You can tell by the way that Cummins brings the ball down. You can see he's played a bit, he's been around, knows the game well.
He's done some great interviews in the build-up to this match as well. I did particularly like his line saying David versus Goliath was a closer fight. We're Cyclops and they're Brad Pitt.
Very good.
Sissoko back to Rodon. Dele Alli. That was Joyce.
As well there, Joyce. Very well.
Sissoko. The shirt held onto by Hamami, but he's managed to blitz his way through 2 or 3 challenges. And another one in from Cummins this time. Finally, they've got Sissoko down.
He's loving that, isn't he? Cummins, give me some more physical action. Get me in and around the big lads. I want to get involved. Sissoko's a very strong man, though. That Cummins holding, looking up, and pushing and shoving and diving in. Sissoko just getting past him, but he'll be loving that.
Davis plays this one up. Miley got his head to it. Alderweireld. Bezic, the assistant referee, did well to decipher whose throw-in that should be. He's taking evasive action for most of it.
Yes. I think it might hit him in the eye.
Devine. And here's Solomon Davis. Solomon Davis past one and past Dele Alli next. Kingley was waiting for it. Davis read it nicely. Here's Lucas Moura now. Raven. Barragan. He kept it. Hughes lost it. Blocked that from Raven. Joyce has lost the ball to Vinicius, and Vinicius has help from 4 others. Raven looked as though he brought him down. Michael Oliver doesn't think so. He thought it indicated advantage at first, but he hasn't brought it back. Wasted the advantage, Tottenham, in his view, and that'll do it for the first half. No time added on, and Carlos Vinicius has earned himself the match ball in the first 45 minutes that we've seen. 24th minute, 30th minute and 37th, with a goal in between from Lucas Moura. Spurs in control, but only after they had a bit of a scare. Neil Kenny hitting Joe Hart's crossbar with a 30-yard thunderbolt. So for Marine, there isn't going to be the fairy tale result, and they're going to keep on enjoying their big evening out. And Spurs are going to keep on enjoying entertaining us. Half-time, Marine 0, Tottenham Hotspur 4.
Yes, as expected, thoroughly dominant performance from Tottenham Hotspur. They did hold on very well, though, in the first 20 minutes, and of course that had that spectacular effort that bounced off Tottenham Hotspur's crossbar. But so far it's been a professional, thoroughly good performance from Tottenham.
Yeah, Marine did really well. He frustrated them, kept things really tight and compact. There was no way through for them. But we said before the game, everything today for Tottenham will be about attitude, because if their attitude is right, which it has been, it's been absolutely fantastic. They've passed the ball with pace, and I think that's key at this level. When you pass the ball at pace and move, then players can't live with you, and that's exactly what's happened, and they made it very, very difficult. And the 2 players we mentioned before the game who have to prove a point have proved it in Dele Alli and Vinicius.
It's interesting in many ways, isn't it? And there's always a danger of patronising the lower league side, because they do play at a relatively high standard. But it's not often in football, is it? You get the opportunity for one of the big boys to play a team from that kind of tier.
Yeah.
And it does show you the golfing class. It's not like other sports, whereas golf, you can always tell when a golfer's so much better than everyone else. There's no handicap system, and it's kind of shown.
It's shown, but what's... like we said at the start of it, at this level, what was brilliant about Jose Mourinho talking about this game and showing the respect to them is by beating them. And, you know, people will say, oh, yeah, well, you're supposed to beat them, you're so much better than them. And that's what's great about the FA Cup, because you get the opportunity for the bin man, for this guy working in Sainsbury's, to play against the very top. And then when the very top are in form and their attitude's right, that's why they're where they are. Yeah.
Marine did start well, there's no question about that, defensively admittedly, but they were well organised. It was always a question of how long they could stay in the game, wasn't it?
And it was always going to be tough simply because they were tight, they were close to people, but what happens is that you're going to have to try and keep that up. You're going to have to keep that up for a very long time, and it was very tough for him. You know, you can see Raven, really good positioning, he's getting himself in good positions, but there's something that... the way Tottenham were going and the way they were easing themselves in, Dele Alli started to get more and more into the game in that hour. You know, it's just going to be a matter of time.
Yeah, they did that really well. Last-ditch tackles, throwing themselves in front of the ball, not committing too many men forward. And of course, they had that one opportunity, and they weren't afraid to do that. Even a little body check there. No, you're not going through at all. So they did make it difficult for Spurs in that first 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then they had the moment, didn't they? The if-only moment. Just a few inches. I think Joe Hart might have been embarrassed having let it go, but what a spectacular effort.
Well, I think what happened was that Spurs had that much on the ball, is that they committed all those men forward, and White and Sissoko, and left the back 2 or 3 exposed, and Kengi there tried his luck. I mean, that was nearly so embarrassing for Joe Hart, because he thinks that's going over the bar. He leaves it. Look, he just pulls his arm away.
And his heart in his mouth there for a second.
He was lucky to get away with it.
Yeah, so, and then the goal fest came, didn't it?
Yeah.
Vinicius with the first one. He got lucky in.
I tell you what, when this comes across, because like we said, Dele started to get into it, and I knew he would. Like I say, I remember when he had to play in that game with me, they tried to kick him to bits because he was in such control. But when you look at this, when you watch the way his first effort, he actually misses it. Watch, he misses it. But then, you know, that's maybe why he's put it in with that kind of anger, because he's lucky.
But I also mentioned about you passing and moving with pace, Gary, and that's what Dele Alli did there, and they found out, well, they couldn't cope with him.
Yeah, his top-class performance in the first half from Dele. The second goal, also Vinicius, and it was probably even closer.
Yeah.
These are proper goals, Ian.
It's one of those that, if I'm going to be totally honest, if I'm Vinicius now, you know, I've got my action, I probably want to come off.
Would you? You wouldn't get 6?
Yeah, no, I want to come off now.
Rubbish.
You know what I mean? I'd want to come off now because it's freezing for a start.
It's cold on the bench.
There's nothing more to prove now. He's got his goals. He's got his 3 goals.
Yeah, another 3 goals if he wants to in the second half. He's hardly played any football. What do you mean you want to come off?
Yeah, maybe that's just me. I think it's because me now, and as cold as I feel now.
It is.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Slightly chilly, I have to say. Lucas Moura, cracking free kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think any goalkeeper would have stopped that one.
You know,
they had a couple of before that, didn't they?
Yeah.
And White had taken them and hit the wall.
The thing is, I wanted Harvey White to take, because I've been watching him in the warm-up, and his left foot looks really good, and he's played pretty well in this game. But with this one, again, you know, the Marine players will have seen this on the telly. They say, "Oh, let's see what he does." And then bam, he puts it in like that. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, Vinicius is obviously not getting too many opportunities because he's got Harry Kane ahead of him. But you know, he's put a message out there to Jose.
When you get the opportunity, which he has this afternoon, he's made a point to the manager, and that's all you can do. He got his first one, his second one, easy ones, but that is definitely not easy. I mean, that is a very, very clever finish, good finish. He sort of guides it into the top corner there again, and the goalkeeper's got no chance. It's a very clever finish.
You know what you're hoping as well with that? Whatever people say about it's Marine and that, you score goals like this, your confidence, it builds confidence for you. And what the Tottenham have always wanted, they've needed somebody who could come in and finish. And if he can continue to get the confidence and finish like that and take it into the Premier League, then, you know, and they can sign him. He looks really good, like I said at the start. Looks like a good player.
You mentioned that Dele Alli was particularly good in the first half, running the show in many ways. This went a little bit wrong for him, but it did amuse the bench. Look, Son's laughing there. Oops.
Yellow card as well. Right,
yellow card for diving.
He's been brilliant.
He has.
He's controlled it. He's pulled the strings in the middle there, and they've not been able to get near him.
Okay. Let's have a look at Neil Young. He's given his half-time team talk. I mean, he's got to keep them going. He's got to keep their mood up. You can see there is just trying to stay something around this scoreline would be credit to him in the second half.
Well, what they would have hoped for is a Tottenham team that's not quite on it. Cold, rainy, a bit like, you know, not in their comfort zone. But they've found a Tottenham team that are brilliantly professional today. And, you know, looked to me like they will continue to go on. And people say, well, it could be more. It could be a lot more. But that's what it's about. That's the levels we're dealing with here.
It could be in the second half, but he's obviously giving a rallying tea talk there, and he'll try and keep them in the game. We're not going to get shock here, obviously, but we have had one today at Crawley.
Taveda checks back. Going to go again, little nutmeg. He's done well. Stroud. Little chip in there by Hernandez. Oh, the Costa, was there a push in the middle? Leeds are looking to the referee. I think Rodrigo was fouled.
This is a suspicion that there's a contact made.
Pulls him back,
I
Martin.
think he does. He puts his arm around him. Yeah, got away with one there.
They're lucky to get away with that. Here comes a corner from Powell towards the far post. Terrific save. Really good save there to deny Crawley the opening goal of the game. That's a good spin here. And a lovely run into the penalty area. Oh, what a goal! Crawley are ahead. Nick Cerula. Well, that's the best moment in his football career ever. The lad who didn't make it at Tottenham had a car crash in 2017, missed a year, and he has put Crawley ahead here against Leeds with a sensational goal. Doesn't stick there with Harrison. And Nichols looks for Naderson with that searing pace. It's 2! Leeds are crumbling here. Leeds in the Premier League have conceded 2 goals in 2 minutes and a nightmare for Casilla in the goal. Here comes a free kick from Matthews. Yet really cleared. It's a great effort from Naderson. It's 3! 3-0 to League 2 Crawley. Jordan Tunnicliffe has surely put this third-round tie beyond Premier League leads. Absolute sensation.
It's nice when you've worked on something and you've got the players here. Like I said to you, there's a lot of them got a lot to prove to other clubs that have released them. It's something that we've worked on all week as the cameras and that have been down. It showed it today that we've got 3 or 4, 5, 6, 11-star men. And subs that come on done well. And it's just a really good team performance.
What a fabulous effort from Crawley, congratulations. You can watch highlights of all 8 ties played today in Match of the Day, BBC One at 10:30. 5 Live has commentary of Newport Brighton at 7:45. Listen on BBC Sounds. The draw for both the 4th and 5th rounds will take place on Monday to help with fixture planning. That's on BBC Two at 7. Back to the Premier League, there's a midweek Match of the Day Wednesday, BBC One at 10:45. And if gaming is your thing...
These players have access to ridiculous money, $1.5 million for a year contract.
Excel are absolutely the underdogs.
These guys are professional athletes, but their arena is a mouse and a keyboard.
BBC 3's Fight for First. All episodes streaming now, only on BBC iPlayer.
Just a few minutes now before the second half. Let's go back pitch side with Kelly and former Marine man Jason McAteer.
Yes, myself and Jason stood here around 45 minutes ago talking about the potential of an upset and how unlikely it was. And Jason, first 20 minutes good, but then not so good after that.
Yeah, all rather disappointing for Marine, wasn't it? As far as the Tottenham goes, their attitude was top draw. That was always going to be the big question, how they were going to come here and impose themselves. It did take 23 minutes. They dominated possession, but lacked quality in the final third. And then for me, the story's been about the quality of Dele Alli. He just come alive on the 23rd minute. He's dictated the tempo, the play, his quality. He's just, been sensational in the first half. And Vinicius obviously will get the headlines because he scored a hat-trick. But it's all down to Dele Alli for me. Sissoko's done fantastic in the middle of the park, won second balls, won tackles, kept them ticking over. And it's all been Tottenham. Their attitude has been top draw.
I was going to ask you, I actually asked you just before we came on air here, if you'd ever been involved in an upset the other way. We obviously spoke about your upset with Wrighty before. How difficult is it as the Premier League team, as the Premier League players? Because it's kind of lose-lose. They have to come out and put that performance on. But what does that say about Spurs' attitude?
Well, I said to you before the game, it's all about attitude. They can come here and sulk if they want to about the conditions and the pitch and the dressing rooms and, the conditions, but you've got to get on with it. You've got to show your quality. You've got to impose that. And that's what they did. They got on the ball from the first whistle. They dominated possession. They played a high line. It's been very, very difficult for Marine. They've changed the system. They've gone to 5 at the back, but they just dropped deeper and deeper. And it's, for me, it's all about damage limitation in the second half. And for Spurs, this could be whatever they want it to be honest. So, unfortunately for Marine, it's going to be a long 45 minutes.
Yeah, you said to me at 2-0, this is about damage limitation now, and it's probably going to be that for much of the second half. But let's not forget, they did have that one brilliant chance at 0-0. That had you up or off your seat. Yeah,
Kenji running through. It was a bit of a one-on-one situation. And I think Joe Hart just lost the sight of the ball, didn't he? And it ends up hitting the bar, but everyone got off their seats, as you said. It lifted spirits, but it was the one and only opportunity, really. It has been isolated when it comes to chances for Marine, but they've just got to hang in there. Like I said, it's going to be difficult. Jose can make so many changes, can't he? Fortunately for Neil Young, he's not going to be able to bring that kind of quality on. So, like I said, it could be a long afternoon for Marine.
Can Marine still enjoy it? We talked about this being a brilliant occasion for them. What will this next 45 minutes be like?
As long as it doesn't get to double figures, I think they'll enjoy it. But they've just got to hang in there. Fitness is going to play its part as well. I thought they tired towards the end of the first half as well because Tottenham just knocked it around and they couldn't get on the ball. It's a lot harder chasing the ball as it is, keeping it. So for Neil Young, he's just got to keep the spirits up. It'll be interesting to see what his team talk is, but he's got to keep it positive.
Yeah, he certainly has. Well, Jason, a big thank you for being here with us today. A big 45 minutes ahead. Hopefully, as Jason has alluded to there, it's not just damage limitation. We get some good football in this second half.
Glad you could join us, along with the good people whose houses back on to the Marine Travel Arena. He's had a go. What a good go! Dele Alli's ball in is a beauty. Vinicius has a tap in. Carlos Vinicius has helped himself to 2 tap-ins. Fantastic from Lucas Moura. Vinicius on a hat-trick and going for it and getting it.
Yeah, so 4-0 at half-time. There's Neil Young. He's given his team talk. There's been music playing from the houses in the background there. Ian Wright's been dancing and entertaining the neighbours.
It's been good, man. It's been nice half-time. I know there's no people here, but I'm quite looking forward to this second half now. I'm going to be totally honest. See what Tottenham do, see what Marine do.
Looks like Divine's going to come on. He'll make a few substitutes in the second half. The game's won, Alan.
Yeah, game's won. They can go on and score another 3 or 4 if they want, or they can just keep hold of the ball and have an easy 45 minutes. Up to now, their attitude has been spot on, and I expect that to stay the same.
OK, well, let's hand back to our commentators, Dion Dublin and Guy Mowbray, who will tell us all about these substitutions.
Thank you, Gary. I'll do my best. We know we've got Alfie Devine, 16 years old, was only 16 on August the 1st. He's coming on, along with Japhet Tanganga, replacing Sissoko and Alderweireld. And there's been a Marine substitution as well. It's an interesting one, to say the least, because centre-back Adam Hughes has gone off and they've put another forward on. Another one with a famous name. Michael Howard takes the field. And it looks as though Marine have immediately made a switch from a 5 to a 4 at the back, and Neil Young is going to send his side out to be bold, to try and get themselves something to remember.
Why not? One-off opportunity against one of the big hitters. Why not have a go?
There's Rodon. Lucas Moura lost possession. Barragan. Marmy loses out to White. And there's Dele Alli with a nice nutmeg past Devine. We've got 2 of those on the pitch now. One in white, one in gold. And there was Alfie Devine. He was pulled up for a foul immediately. Signed from Wigan last summer, released by Liverpool, aged 11, which you think was ages ago. Not when you've only just turned 16, it isn't.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? 16 years old. I love seeing new young blood coming through, given a chance, bit of airtime.
Mourinho putting 2 of his younger element on for the second half. Doherty's throw. Amami. There's Cummins. And that was Kenny. Not quite as much fire in that as his first half effort.
And Joe was ready for that one.
Now, you had a nice word with Joe Hart as he came off the pitch at half-time about that shot.
Yeah, he actually looked up here and I sort of made this sort of gesture with my hands where I waved it up and down and he went, yeah, it did move, Dion, it did move.
Tucked out by Rodon for a Marine throw. Kenny. Solomon Davis. Army let it run, but there's only Alfie Devine waiting for it. He plays it up to Lucas Moura. It's bounced off him. Amami. This is out to White. Harvey White finds Dele Alli, and Dele Alli shifts it across to Jedson Fernandez. Up towards Vinicius, defended by Raven. Tanganga. White hurt after going into the tackle. Dele Alli. Nicked away by James Devine. Kenny. Running Ben Davis. Trying to run past him. Solomon Davis. Devine.
That's the kind of work that Mr. Mourinho will want to see Dele Alli doing. Not just all the great passing, the hard work, the blocking.
And that came off James Devine and went straight to Alfie Devine, who finds Jedson Fernandez. Rodon. Dele Alli. Drifts away past Divine. Trying to play in Doherty.
Got crowded out there. I think it was Miley that just pops out the back four, puts Dele Alli under a bit of pressure. Rushes his pass there.
It's Barragan. Cummins lays it off to Hamami. Howard asked to run onto it. Joe Hart always going to get to it first, and Michael Oliver's whistle has gone, and he's pulled the play back for a Marine free kick.
Good play, really good play. Up, back and through. Third man run into the corner. There was a free kick early on in that little sort of triangle that Marine played there, but that's really good stuff. Get into these areas, why not get everybody forward, get it in the box.
Swinging towards Cummins, as you might expect, or have come to expect during this game. Hamami. Joe Hart watches and collects.
Yeah, not remind me there, just could have done with a bit more pace, a bit more direction. Joe Hart going to collect that one, no problem. A lot of bodies around him though, did well.
White. Dele Alli. Action off. James Divine altered the course of the pass. Dele Alli, just a little bit of a kick afterwards from Niall Cummins there, and a couple of words between the two. I think it's all light-hearted enough. The words continue just for a little while longer there. Just watch these two.
Yeah. Dele Alli just needs to get on with the game. Cummins as well. A little bit of a...
There's Tanganga. Now Doherty. Raven. Cummins lays it off. Beat Rodon, and Hamami has a look up left and right and realises the best bet was by himself. A better bet might have been to go a few yards further.
Yeah, I think if he did go a few yards further forward, I think Hamami might have just been caught by Rodon. So his legs are running out, to be honest with you. He couldn't get any closer.
Hamami having a shot takes us back actually to the summer, the preliminary round of the FA Cup. This is how the fine margins work, and this is why this competition is so great. Against Barnoldswick Town, Marine were 1-0 down in the 87th minute, came back to win 2-1 with a disputed free kick scored by Hamami. Last seconds, even to this day, they don't know if it crossed the line or not, said manager Neil Young this week.
Check the VAR, check the VAR.
6 games later, here they are playing the Premier League Stars.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
They did it with 10 men. Goalkeeper Passant was sent off first half, so they've not done it the easy way.
Oh, no.
It just shows you when all those FA Cup preliminary round ties start, and a little bit later than normal this year, or last year for obvious reasons, but you don't know where it can take you. And it goes on. Alfie Devine finding Harvey White. There's Devine again, just lost the ball for a second. Very combative teenager though. Dele Alli. Couldn't shuffle past Miley. Hamami. Cummins. Wigan threw everything at the ball. Devine. Devine. Davis. Lucas Moura. Pulled down by Carlos Vinicius. And he couldn't keep the shot down, and that actually has gone bounding down the street behind the goal. Cleared everything.
Yeah. Nice little ball that, by the way, nice and strong. Just didn't catch it how he wanted to catch it. It was just on the rise, just on the up. Got to try and get your laces striking down on the ball there. Got that one long. Cleared the stand behind. Cleared the first 2 cars, hit the third one.
Great surroundings for a football match. We don't get to enjoy these often enough. Or some of us don't. I know there's an army of people who regularly get to these grounds and keep the grassroots of the game well and truly alive. Great big tip of the cap to you.
Yeah, it's they're the ones that keep the game afloat. The fans. The game's nothing without the fans, I'm afraid, and we need them back as soon as possible in the safest possible way. We miss you.
Gareth Bale.
That should cheer up Marine players.
Yeah. To see one of the world's best players over the last decade just starting to get ready to come on and torment them. Take him back a few years to where it all started, I'm sure, as well, in his mind. Dele Alli. Lovely line from Ian right before the match when he said it took him back to... These were the sort of grounds that you dreamt of playing as a kid in your county cup finals. Absolutely, and junior competitions.
Playing your local football like I did, playing for pub teams, and when you get to this stage, you think, oh, I might be able to play at Marine in the final.
There's Vinicius, that was Davis. Blocked by Solomon Davis, and out for a throw. Double touch, came back off Ben Davis, and it'll be a Marine ball.
Done well, actually, Solomon Davies down this right-hand side. Couple of overlaps, couple of good crosses as well. Second half, he's not had a chance to get forward, though.
He made a couple of appearances for Tranmere, 3 levels higher than this a few years ago. There's Kengney. No way past Rodon. Pretty sure Howard would have been ruled offside. There's Jedson Fernandez. Lucas Moura. Dele Alli. Lucas Moura tricks it through to Carlos Vinicius. Dele Alli. Nice 1-2 with Lucas Moura. Back to him again. Stopped by an excellent challenge. I think it was Joyce, it was. James Joyce who got in to stop it.
Yeah, good timing there from Joyce. Lovely little interplay. His left foot in there just in time.
Dele Alli. Cleared again. Jedson Fernandez keeps it away from Solomon Davis. White. Tanganga. Ben Davis. Dele Alli tempting Neil Kengley to come in and nick it away. Rodon. Won by Kengley but given away, and Joe Hart will be able to come onto that at his leisure.
Having played for teams of the level of Marine, I know exactly what they're going through now. Frustration. The manager's had a word with them at half-time. He wants them to be more physical. They have been more physical in the second half, but they've got to be really careful. Don't lose your head. Don't allow the red mist to come down when you're not getting a touch of the ball. Keep your heads.
Doherty. Hasn't left it. There's Ben Davis to hammer it back across, and Lucas Moura with an instinctive flash at it. No second goal for him yet.
Just needed to connect, I think. Just needed to get his lace, and the cross was too big, and Davis here on the far side. Yeah, it's on the volley as well, and you expect Moura to just open his right foot up. Lovely little ball. It's on the volley. All the pace. All he's got to do is direct it, let it hit the inside of your foot. It's a goal. I'd rather see Dele Alli a little bit further forward. I don't like him having the ball at his feet for 2 and 3 seconds. First half, he was getting it, he was moving, he was passing, making these things happen. So much talent.
Of course, potentially, and we hope and pray this will be the situation, but potentially it's a big year for Dele Alli. Might work his way back into the England picture. And which number's that gone into? If you missed it at the start and you haven't read it this week, all of the houses there have their numbers on the netting on the side of the pitch, so that you know when you go around into the street which garden the ball's in. It's not Jurgen's backyard, is it? A bit further along from him.
You're getting it back off Mr. Klopp, I'm afraid.
Wouldn't be far away from Carlo Ancelotti's. He lives locally. Lucas Moura. Alfie Devine, brilliant! Alfie Devine, 16 years old, first goal for Tottenham. What a moment for him. Well, we haven't had any of the semi-professional players from Marine scoring yet, but we have got a young man making his mark on his Spurs debut. The FA Cup keeps on giving stories wherever they come from.
Did you see his little face? As soon as it went in the near post, he was absolutely delighted. Lovely work from Lucas Moura again. Brilliant, look at that. Bam, 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 in he comes. Near post, keeper just gets caught out there, passant. But the pace of the shot, lovely run by the young man, look at this. Watch his little face when he goes in, he's absolutely delighted. Good for him, well done. That's what it's all about.
A divine smile. Marine 0, Tottenham Hotspur 5. You get the special one and the divine one.
I tell you, you're not bad, you know.
And Davis watches it out.
You know what I liked about that? As soon as the young lad scored the goal there, Divine, I'm looking at Joe Hart. Every other Spurs player's gone round. Passant just got caught on his near post, but Joe Hart comes running out. He wants to come, but he ain't got enough time. He's clapping his hands, delighted.
He's actually sent off in his last appearance in Premier League 2 for the under-23 side. You might have read about that. It was the game in which Petr Cech made his playing comeback for Chelsea, and Danny Drinkwater got sent off because young man Alfie two-footed him, and Danny Drinkwater reacted pretty badly to it, and understandably it wasn't a good challenge at all, so there's a bit of bite about him as well.
Yeah, if he can control that little bit of bite and shows a bit more quality, we'll be okay.
Lucas Moura. Harvey White, another teenager who's caught the eye for Spurs, but he was caught on the ball there. And there's Hamami. Vincent Fernandes absorbs the nudge and plays back to Japhet Tanganga.
They don't need to make this a kicking match, physical match. Spurs, they need to just go 1 and 2 touch, but stay professional.
Here's Lucas Moura, driving away from Howard, and he's pushed over just as he threatened to enter the penalty area. Free kick just outside.
He was right on that one, Michael Oliver.
Incidentally, I can't wait to tell you about the next Spurs substitution, which is going to happen soon. Dele Alli is going to be replaced by Gareth Bale at the Marine Travel Arena.
You know, I'm thinking to myself, the Spurs players are thinking, oh no, Gareth Bale's coming on, but they're probably thinking, fantastic, get him on, I want to play against him.
Absolutely right. Might be 6 by the time he comes on. Spurs have a free kick which Bale himself would have been very interested in. Might be Harvey White.
I'm thinking White's going to take this.
It's been White or Lucas Moura all the way through. This is Harvey White. Couldn't do what Lucas Moura did in the first half. Too much lift, not enough power. It stays at 5, and here come 2 more Spurs substitutions. Ali for Bale, we already know about. He's had a good game.
Jurgen Klopp has moved.
Jack Clark's going to come on for Tottenham as well. So Gareth Bale scored in his last appearance in the League Cup at Stoke. He's been out with illness and then a calf injury since. And Lucas Moura is the other player to make way. So Jack Clark gets his third senior appearance for Spurs. Bale has never won the FA Cup, but he did win the Copa del Rey. Scored the winning goal for Real Madrid against Barcelona. Look at him now.
He won't mind this.
Not at all.
Gareth Bale, he'll get stuck in. He'll do his job. Good professional. He's done his job as well, Dele. Played well in the first half.
Forward by Jedson Fernandez. Kick for Marine. They've got to keep on going. I'm sure they will. They're going to make another change here. Alex Doyle is ready to come on. Hasn't. Looking for Cummins. Tanganga is the latest player to get to grips with him. Going to have another change. This is it. Josh Hamami will make way for Alex Doyle, who's been troubled by an ankle injury. An extension to his loan from Salford to get a chance of playing in this game. And Neil Young was very grateful to Salford and the New Saints for their help, and also to Clitheroe, who's joint player manager David Lynch has signed just for this game, and he's sitting on the bench. I would think he'll be itching to get on. There's Alfie Devine. He'll remember his trip to Crosby. White, Bale. Now Rodon. Here's Jedson Fernandez. Bale. Jedson Fernandez to Japhet Tanganga. White. Do you sense here, Dion, Marines players tiring?
Yeah, you can, and you can see the frustrations creeping as well. There's a little bit of after's been left on a few like that.
That's another one. That was Miley on Devine. Michael Oliver will be desperate to keep his cards in his pocket if he can help it.
Yeah, 100%. He will not want to get his yellow card or red card out at all. Get this one done as soon as possible. Gareth Bale is doing that walk back, that stance. Is it going to be the end product that we're used to?
That was a really good view of the site that he's got. Here he goes. Gareth Bale with the free kick. And it was shoveled away by Bailey Percent. You don't face those too often in the Northern Premier League Division 1 North West.
Not at that pace, not with that dip and swerve, and nearly caught him off guard there. You see how this ball just goes up and down so quickly. As well, the keeper.
Free kick taken quickly. Here's Clark. Jedson Fernandez didn't get the curl, came off David Raven. Fernandez then thought he might have got another free kick, but instead Marine get it away. This is Kengney. Great work that from Joyce. Tanganga. Not an out, saved by the netting. Incidentally, Jurgen Klopp has moved house. You are allowed to do that under the current guidelines, I think.
Yes, I did help him out with that move, so everything's good.
He's moved to number 21. He's done a bit of head chopping. Here's Clark. Jack Clark showed too much of it to Solomon Davis. Ben Davis now will leave that one to Joe Hart. It's going for the deal. Wasn't quite kept in play. Throw in for Spurs. Dion was primed and ready to head that back in.
Yes, that was just about to hit me on the head.
Another Spurs change. Ben Davis has actually just limped off on the other side of the field, so Sergio Reguilon comes on. Straight swat on the left of defence.
Played well tonight, Davis, really well. Lots and lots of energy. Overlaps. Good senior pros performance, that.
That's all Spurs, 5 changes done. Clark. Nice movement from him. Couldn't find a teammate. Just behind Carlos Vinicius. Increasingly looks as though he might have to settle for 3, but there's 19 minutes to go yet. Clark to Jedson Fernandez. Bale. Hart. Rodon. Reguilon. Tanganga. It's been an absolute breeze for Spurs this half. I know it was first half, but not for the first 20 minutes.
Quality players, keeping it simple.
Bale. And back by Marine, and try and go again. Only Cummins, as is often the case, further forward than the ball. That's Barrigan. Barrigan up to Howard. Joyce. Rodon. Reguilon. Bale. Reguilon to Jack Clark. White. Spurs' possession. Barragan has it. He's only got Cummins to aim for, but he's found him nicely. Barragan again. Touch from Kenny, took it away from Solomon Davis. Jack Clark onto it. And Clark into the box. Trying to tee up Harvey White for the shot. White hits it quickly. Players in his way. And it's well wide.
Yeah, didn't catch that one. White on this particular occasion. Concentration levels when he was striking the ball weren't great. Look at that for a view. Absolutely fantastic.
Something to gladden the heart in these times.
Brilliant. Puts a smile on your face.
Double Marine change. Niall Cummins' cup run is over. And the same goes for James Devine as well. Kenny Strickland is on. He's going to be joined by Ryan Wignall as well. Wignall's just having to wait for Niall Cummins to pass on the captain's armband. He's done that, giving it to Kenny Strickland, who's come on. Strickland is a painter and decorator these days, but used to be on the books of Manchester United and Chelsea.
Not tonight, he's not. Not tonight, he's not. He's enjoying his night.
Miley. There's Barragan. Holding off Alfie Devine. White caught by Barragan. Nothing other than a free kick for Spurs.
I think Barragan thought he just might be able to get there before White. The referee was right there on the mark. Yeah, just catches White on the top of the foot, I think.
Tanganga. Joe Hart. Here's Clark. Devine. Jedson Fernandez finds Reguilon. Good surge this from the Spanish fullback. He's given the ball away now though. Joyce came in to get it, and he then has lost possession pretty cheaply. Just a word about the respect shown, Dion, by Jose Mourinho to not just Marine, but this competition, and indeed most competitions. He very rarely puts out what you consider a really weak team.
Well, he's got good players, really good players. Anybody he picks is going to be a decent side, but I like his attitude towards this size club and these players and how hard they've worked to get to this position. He's respected that, and I think it's and rightly so.
And Marine respect him for that too. It's exactly what Paul Leary will have, in his heart of hearts, expected from the game. Jamie Carragher too. He's seen enough football to know all about what was likely to happen here. And played it enough. And there's Doherty. Lovely touch to control, and then he was impeded by Joyce. And Michael Oliver decides that he's got to go to his pocket now, and there's a slight smile on the face of James Joyce.
Yeah, lovely first touch. Joyce is completely outdone by the touch and the pace and the quality of Doherty.
It's another one who can't play every game because he works in a car factory, and shift patterns mean that he can't always be available. That's
Needs must.
At most levels, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Of course.
It's just this level, it's most levels where the game is played.
I couldn't play every Saturday when I was working in a hosiery factory in Leicester, packing up material.
That always makes me smile, that. Well, Son's just been a spectator tonight. Scored in his last 2 games against Leeds and Brentford. 16 goals this season for Son Heung-min. He and Harry Kane, I'm sure, will be back in tandem in the week when Spurs are scheduled to go to Aston Villa. I think there's a little bit of doubt about that due to Aston Villa's COVID-19 situation. There's Raven. There's Barragan. Raven back to Barragan, who controlled it nicely. And David Raven again. Can he find Wignall on the right? He didn't get his head up and look right. Straight to Tanganga.
Just as they were surging forward, you could just hear a few applause around the stadium. You know, people in back gardens and in the street looking in, trying to get a vantage point. Just started to cheer as if to say, maybe we'll get a chance.
The off licences have done well around here.
Look, there's a strawberry in that one. She had a strawberry in that Prosecco.
Why not?
That's fantastic.
That's how you do it. I've seen 1 or 2. They've got patio heaters as well.
Yeah, they have.
Tanganga. Up went Reguilon. It's an awkward landing. Comes down to Jack Clark. White. Jedson Fernandez. Doherty tried to get there. Tassenkan let it run.
It was the right pass. It was the right pass. It was the right run. Just didn't quite execute that one.
We're going to have the full complement of available Marine substitutes now. Danny Shaw is going to come on and take the place of David Raven. The Liverpool manager and his mate enjoyed his performance.
I'm glad that they've all got on. All the subs have had a chance to grace the green tonight against this very good Spurs side.
Just to, with the big picture, just to keep you up to date with that, this is the last chance of football for these Marine players as things stand. Their league suspended to the 6th of March. Clubs from non-league Step 3, which is a level above Marine, and below are going to be asked by the FA on their views about the season being terminated and declared null and void again, as a cross comes in and goes all the way to Alfie Devine. There's Jedson Fernandez. Spurs just as we thought, were stroking it around until the end, have just picked it up again, looking for a 6th. Jack Clark. It's blocked by Strickland and it rolls easily to Passant.
It's a good performance this one. They've been chasing shadows for most of the game, but their attitude's been good. They've talked all the way through the game, the 2 centre halves, even though they've changed now. The 2 more that have come on. Miley's been outstanding all game. Raven's been outstanding all game.
And it's not just about the game, it's the whole build-up to the game. I did hear a senior official from the Premier League, one of their match managers, oh hang on, what's that? I'm single, ready to mingle, have you got Jurgen's number? I think that's a message to Jose Mourinho from one of the back gardens.
I love that.
Here's Joyce. I wonder if Mourinho's seen that. It's not far behind him. Kengney. Blocked by Rodon. Vinicius will leave it for Jedson Fernandez. Jack Clark to the left. Gareth Bale right. And the ball doesn't reach him. And Strickland. Reguilon finds Clark. Bale. Bale's had a go and dragged it wide.
Yeah, I can see what he wanted to do. twist and shake into sort of a bit of space and set it alive.
Let's cast our mind back to when it was 0-0 when this happened. This was Marine's best moment of the night.
Yeah, it was. Kengi there just going from 35, 40 yards, and Joe Hart's really, he thinks he's going over. He lets it go. Watch Joe Hart is 3.5 yards, 4 yards off his line. That's going over. No, it's not. Another yard out. That's going in.
Here's Wignall. Fassant. This is something you don't get at a regular Premier League weekend, but in that corner of the ground, the sound system has been cranked up and keeps sparking into action. We keep getting a few tunes on.
We're missing a party somewhere. We're missing a party somewhere, Carl.
Jedson Fernandez. Here's Jack Clark. Doherty doesn't reach White. It's stopped in its tracks. I think it's number 37 that have got the very efficient speakers.
Official noisy neighbours.
There's Clark. Jedson Fernandez. Clark. Simon Davis doesn't properly stop it. Clark. Clark in with a chance. Tried to clip it in. There was the invitation to shoot himself. And he stumbles, but Jedson Fernandez will prompt another attack. Bale. Clark. What would you have said, Dion? I'll ask you in a minute, just in case somebody unleashes. Jedson Fernandez. Once again. I'm just going to ask you, what do you think was the handicap score? Is 5-0 a handicap 0-0?
Yeah, maybe. I think 4-5, I think, would have been the one. Would be fair as well, to be honest with you.
There's Rodon. Clark. Alfie Devine scored the only goal this half. Cheers to you as well. Here's Bale. Nice touch for Devine. Reguilon. Looked a good challenge that by Solomon Davis, and the referee rules that it came back off Reguilon. It will be a goal kick as Football's Coming Home sparks up in the other corner. Might be a good opportunity for you, Dion, to tell us who your man of the match is for this one.
Well, it's got to be the hat-trick hero, I'm afraid. Got to be the hat-trick hero. Started off on fire. This is him early on. Yes, it wasn't the cleanest of finishes. First one, but got himself the goals in the end. That's 2 from 2 yards. And this one was a nice little cultured finish. That was a very, very cultured finish. Congratulations, so well done. You can score goals, you've shown the manager. Is he going to pick you? That's the thing.
Carlos Vinicius has doubled his Spurs goals tally tonight from 3 to 6. There's Alfie Devine, who made the score from 4 to 5 in Spurs' favour. Bale. Jedson Fernandez.
Gareth Bale's just floating in that position that he likes, where he can get onto his left foot, pick a pass, or have one of those pot shots.
here's Carlos Vinicius. Takes the long route round and pulls back, but only to Passant, who's ready for it. And grateful for it. Back to the day job next week for Neil Young. He's a facilities manager for Merseyrail. He'll be trying to get as much information as he can out of that man before he departs back for London this evening.
And I'm sure he'll give him the information he wants as well.
There's Rodon. Played out by Jedson Fernandez. So Marine have a little over a minute to get themselves something to celebrate. I don't think Spurs are in the mood to give them anything. Alfie Devine has let that one run, and in came Miley, and out goes the ball for a Spurs throw. The last decade was Spurs' first without a trophy since the 1940s. We all know the legend about the year ending in one. The FA Cup won by Tottenham Hotspur in 1901 when they were non-league themselves, Southern League. 1921, 61, 81 and 91. They won the title in 51 and 61 and the League Cup in 71. How about 2021 in this new Jose Mourinho era?
Very good. Very professional performance tonight from the boys in white. The big question is, who's going to get Gareth Bale's shirt? That's the big question. They're all thinking it now. I can see the look on the Marine lads' faces.
Jedson Fernandez. Nice and easy for Passant. He's going to give this one the big boot. He's already played 1 minute of extra. There's Bale. Bale for Alfie Devine. Carlos Vinicius waits. Alfie Devine instead looks for Carlos Vinicius, who turns and misses. It was the chance for his fourth.
Lovely bit of work from Gareth Bale there. Lovely pullback, and you're thinking, Vinicius, here we go, there's your fourth. Not to be on this occasion. He's got his feet anyway. Four would have been a little bit greedy, I think.
Could be just about the last action, this. 4-0 down at half-time. They've only lost the second half 1-0. There's Doherty. There's White. And there is the job done by Tottenham Hotspur. Marine kept them out for 24 minutes, just about 24 minutes of the first half, but then the Premier League star machine clicked into gear. A hat-trick for Carlos Vinicius, one for Lucas Moura, and then one to remember from 16-year-old debutant Alfie Devine after the break, as Spurs cruise through to round 4 in the end. We all have dreams centering around hope. This is maybe an important message in the current climate. Ultimately, hope only gets you so far. Science and logic will prevail. Marine 0, Tottenham Hotspur 5.
Yes, there you have it. Marine 0, Mourinho 5. And overall, a thoroughly professional performance, as you would expect from Tottenham Hotspur. Marine, after a quarter of the game, they were right in there, but in the end, class prevailed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done to both teams. It's been a very good weekend for Marine for obvious reasons. They've made a few quid. They were very professional. They tried to make it very difficult for Tottenham in the first 20 minutes, but the quality shone through, and he had his players fired up, and they had the right attitude, and they did very well
They stuck at it in the second half, Marine.
Yeah.
Didn't let themselves down, which is important at this level.
Which was really good on their part. Like I was saying, I was looking forward to seeing how that was going to pan out for them. But you didn't want to see Tottenham running away with it another 3 or 4. And I thought that Marine done brilliantly in the way they defended. And I think Tottenham played very well second half as well, very professional.
Yeah, well, we had a few fans watching the game, not too many around the terraces, which it made it in a way a special night.
No, you can see with the pictures there with some of the fans in their gardens there. They've all had a good afternoon. They've enjoyed themselves, and the players are just giving them a little bit of a round of applause now. So, well done. Did very well.
Just to get here was a terrific performance from them. From that tier to be only the second team ever from the 8th tier to reach the 3rd round of the FA Cup.
Yeah.
That in itself was an achievement. And the magical draw that they got, they did themselves justice. We're not patronising them at all because there's a massive gulf in between these two sides. But they gave everything and they stuck at it.
They did stick. Nice one, Combs. You're amazing. Man of match for me. The thing with it is that for them in the non-league, what's going on with non-league now, with everything being null and void and stuff like that, for them to get this game, and I've got to say, with the way they've done that virtual ticket thing and the monies that's raised in this particular time, it's been magnificent for them.
And the generosity of supporters around the country for actually chipping in.
Absolutely, and Brighty's gone out and bought a hat as well, so
He's got the Marine hat on there.
I contribute.
I wish I had. I keep putting my hood on, but it comes over the mic, so I can't
I didn't have one big enough for you to get over your ears.
I'll take that, Alan. Thank you very much. Let's hear from Lucas Moura, scored that cracking free kick, of course. He's with Kelly Summers.
Lucas, congratulations, a very professional performance. What did you make of that?
Thank you, I'm very happy. Today was a different day. It's new for us as well to play against them. But we come here with big respect and mentality to win and to go to the next round, and I think we did well, and I'm very happy to help the team.
The golfing class between the two sides was evident throughout, and none more so than when you scored your goal. You must be pretty pleased with that one.
Yeah, it was a good free kick. It's not easy because they are very tall, but let's prepare for the next game. Like I said, I am very happy today, very happy for my friend Vinny, and let's go for the next game.
I was going to say that then. Vinny is standing just to the side of the screen. His English, unfortunately, not good enough to speak to us, but how pleased are you for him?
Yeah, he's improving. His English is improving. I'm helping him, and very soon he will speak, but I'm very happy for him because he works very hard every day, and he deserves it, and that's his job.
How good is it to be a part of this Spurs side at the moment, into the League Cup final, going well in the league, and now also through in the FA Cup?
Our objective in the season is to win trophy, and I think we have a very good squad. We are capable to fight for every trophy, and that's what we want. And we are trying to put in our mind, and let's try.
Lucas, thank you, and please congratulate Vinny for us as well.
Thank you, sir. Good to radio.
Yeah, excellent performance from Moore and his teammates, and also some good performances around, especially a young man coming on, Spurs' youngest player ever, and to score as well was a very special moment for a moment of divine intervention.
Alfie Devine, he'll be very proud, and so he should be. It was a brilliant finish. The way he just shifts the ball gives the keeper no chance. He just moves it there. You go short back lift, near post. Very, very good strike, righty. 16, eh?
I love his celebration, man. Because once he's hit the net now, look him realise. So good to see. I can't remember being 16. I can't even remember being 16.
It was
great.
I'm not surprised. 2004 he was born. We'd all retired.
That's 4 years retired. I'm so happy.
Well done.
Good luck to him, man.
What a moment for him.
Great effort. Also a good night for Vinicius. Came in for Harry Kane, of course, who wasn't part of the squad today, but scored a hat-trick, and he'll be delighted with that.
Yeah, he had 3 in the Europa League, 3 now in the FA Cup, and we said that when he gets an opportunity, he has to take it, and he certainly did that this afternoon. Slightly fortunate with his first one here because he goes to tap it in with the left foot there. He doesn't get the contact, but he gets his confidence up, and there's no stopping him now, is there?
Yeah, it's brilliant from Doherty's run there. I've seen Doherty do that so many times for Wolves. Once he gets himself going in this Tottenham side as well, he's going to be a bit of a force for him. But again, Vinicius in the right place.
This was a brilliant finish, this one. We said at half time that he just sort of guides it into the corner there, takes the touch and
beautiful
left foot again.
Quality.
And the instep. Keeper's got no chance. Very, very clever finish. So it's a good afternoon for him.
Yep, certainly is. Hat-trick by half-time. Let's hear from the Marine boss. Here he is, Neil Young with Kelly.
Neil, the remarkable cup journey comes to an end, but what an effort. What are your thoughts on your team's performance tonight?
Very proud of them. You know, it was always going to be tough. You know, you only have to look at the Tottenham side. You've got to give great credit to Jose Mourinho and his team. You know, for the team that he brought in, showed us great respect. Our lads had obviously won 7 games to get here, and for him to bring the team that he did, you know, and then still bring in Gareth Bale and Reguilón off the bench, you know, we didn't, you know, in the end. We were laughing who was coming off the bench, but, you know, you've got to give, as I say, you know, they've showed us great respect. I can't ask any more of our lads. You know, we're a bit sloppy at times in certain situations and probably could have got some more tackles in at times, but, you know, you're playing against world-class footballers and who make it look easy at times, strength, pace. But as I say, you know, very proud of what we've achieved. You
did stay in it for 20 minutes, and at 0-0 when you hit the bar, it could have been so very different, maybe.
Yeah, we were trying. You know, it would have been nice to get a goal. Obviously, we hit the bar, great strike from Neil, and then obviously Joe tipped the ball over the bar. We had another one just after that. I think James Joyce had a shot blocked. But once they got the goal, we had a spell of about 10 minutes where they were really on top of us. But they dominated possession, as you would expect. They got some fantastic footballers, and you know, obviously we're managing Marine today, but it was great to be able to see Tottenham up close, really, and how well they played.
Of course, wasn't the result you wanted tonight, but with over 20,000 virtual tickets sold, all of the extra fans you've gathered from this, what can Marine take from this whole cup run?
I think we can be very proud of the cup run. You know, we've had an eventful week in terms of, you know, press and media. Everyone's been here because of the tie. As you say, you know, the football community, and in particular, you know, the Tottenham Hotspur supporters have been incredible. You know, to sell over 20,000 tickets, you know, for our football club in a very tough time. You know, non-league in particular, we're not playing at the moment with football suspended. There's many non-league clubs currently, you know, struggling financially. So this for us is, you know, is nice.
Well, Neil, a big thank you and congratulations on the remarkable run.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, it is important for clubs like Marine. The FA Cup can do that year in, year out, especially this year with all the issues and problems we've got with COVID, etc. And they had their moment, and it would have been one of the wonder goals. It would have been up there with Ronnie Radford at this one.
Kengy takes the ball and driving forward with it there. And there's only one thing on his mind, really, isn't there? Is to have a shot. Joe Hart thinks it's going over the bar, and of course he gets it horribly wrong. He was slightly fortunate. It was a wonderful strike.
Well, he might argue that he got it right because he judged it well. Hit the top part of the ball, not the under part.
Don't think his judgment was that good.
Yeah. It's been a good weekend for the club. Yeah. I mean, they've come through. They were never really realistically expecting to win this one, but they've come out with a lot of positivity.
Absolutely, yeah. And like you say, that would have been great for it just to kick Tottenham even more into gear, but as much as you have to give them credit, and they're brilliant for them, Tottenham have to get credit for the way they've approached this game.
I think given the circumstances, Gary, it's been a good weekend for the FA Cup. Started on Friday evening with a young 17-year-old scoring, Louis Barry scoring on, then Chorley and Crawley getting through, and with this story today with the tickets and the money that they've made. So I think it's as I said, given the circumstances, it's been a very good weekend.
It is difficult circumstances for everyone at the moment. Just hopefully football can keep trundling along without too many problems.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, that's an important thing. The fourth round's in 2 weeks' time. We've got the unusual circumstances as well of getting the fourth round and the fifth round drawn together. I mean, these are remarkable times. It's a season we'll never forget, whatever happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and also what's noticeable, I think, this weekend is where we're sort of expecting the so-called bigger clubs to rest a lot of their players. A lot of them have actually played some of their big hitters and got some good results. So
finally, a word on Tottenham and Jose Mourinho. He's getting a good mentality there.
Absolutely,
League Cup
like
final,
he said,
doing well in the league.
He said the way to show respect is by beating them and showing them. And I think the Marine boys will have seen a very professional performance from them, and they'll have a lot of respect for Tottenham. They've got a lot of respect for the fans and the players.
Yeah, no, he's in one final, doing reasonably well in the league. I think he'll be happy.
Yeah.
Can you see them making progress? Can you see an
Absolutely,
improvement there?
No,
overall?
definitely. Yeah. There's a mentality change, I think, and he's brought that into the club.
Right. Okay, I think we're just about out of time. It's been a fascinating experience. There's no question about that. Well done to Marine on your cup run. But in the end, it's Spurs who sink Marine. Upset? No way, Jose. Goodbye.
Glad you could join us for a very special occasion. And you've had a go. What a good go. Dele Alli's ball in is a beauty. Vinicius has a tap in. Carlos Vinicius has helped himself to 2 tap-ins. Fantastic from Lucas Moura. Vinicius on a hat-trick and going for it and getting it. Alfie Devine, 16 years old, first goal for Tottenham. With the free kick, Spurs cruise through to round 4.